welcome back to my channel. It is Christian here, and you're tuned in for more of my 2 cents. I hope you guys are having an amazing week so far, and I look forward to having great discussions with you guys today on this topic. It's going to be a little bit of a touchy one, but honey, we're going to get into it. 3 points that matter most before we start any topic or discussion here. Number 1, you're not alone. Number 2, you're not crazy. Number 3, God, your creator, still loves you. You guys are sending in your emails, you're sending in your questions, and I appreciate that, and I'm so excited and grateful to be able to share your story, shed some light, give my opinion, and get the conversation going so you all know that, hey, you have support and this is a safe space. And so I love you guys for sharing and trusting me to do this and be a voice for you, okay? And hopefully it's a little therapeutic and lets you know, hey, we got your back. Okay, all right. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. And if you're returning, hey y'all, hey, thank y'all for tuning in today. Okay, I love what we get to do over here on the YouTube, and I just see it growing and so much more coming out of it. I really do respect and appreciate the open-mindedness of all of this. I know that talking about religion, especially when it's not in a communicative, join, come over here, God is the greatest. I know that probably gets so many more likes and views and support, but I also feel like this is a part of the work. Like the freedom, freeing people from religion so that they can have clear, pure, spiritual encounters, right? Religion is dangerous. And y'all may not be ready for that conversation, but we're gonna have it anyway. Today we have a story or question or a situation that we're going to be talking about, and it does involve coming out to Christian parents. And we're not talking about coming out as not being a Christian anymore, but coming out as gay. I know that this is a heavy topic. I have done a video in the past about, God still loving you. The LGBTQ plus community is loved by God, and I don't care. I don't care. I used to care about what people thought about that, and I used to have strong opinions myself, but how I have evolved as a human, my goodness. Let's not get into my views. Let's get into yours. Let's do this. Hello, all. I came out to my parents Saturday night. My mom is taking it horribly. She cried all day yesterday. My dad just found out and is disowning me. My siblings all have my back and support me though. I do not live at home. I have my own place. My mom is saying she loves me but can't support this and doesn't want any part of my life. She's comparing it to an addiction like alcohol and saying Jesus can fix anything. My question is, every single member in my family thinks being gay is a sin, including my siblings who support me. I can't imagine a God who would send someone to hell for being gay. This is how I was made. I can't change. Trust me, I have tried. I accept myself as I am and love myself and even like being gay. I need to convince my family that being gay is not a sin. I know that a man shall not lay with another man was just misinterpreted for pedophilia. You shouldn't take words in without knowing the context. Homosexuality was not even a word until homosexuality was not even a word, and it was invented in 1892 by the Germans. Half of all the Christian denominations actually accept it fully and do not think of it as a sin. Help me to explain to them being gay is not a sin. FYI, they are Middle Eastern Christians that were born overseas and moved here in their teenage years. Let me start off by saying that I do not know how Middle Eastern families or religions and cultures handle homosexuality, being gay, or anything like that. I have definitely heard how it is perceived and not well accepted, but I have not done my own research to know for a fact, and so I'm going to speak from this ignorantly, but as neutrally as possible, because I understand 2 things here. When people are brought up a certain way and believe a certain way, it is very hard to switch that immediately because you now are representing what they don't believe in. So it's very hard for them to backtrack on that when that's been ingrained in them their whole lives, right? That's going to take a lot of work to undo, especially if they never saw that for you. Let's start there. Their foundation is just not wavering on these things. Number 2, you deserve to be loved regardless of what you do, regardless of how you identify. That's just my take on this. What I think is the most unfortunate part of this is that you are experiencing this from your parents who are Christians, and they are supposed to show and be unconditionally loving as their creator. That's the toxicity for me. That's the hypocrisy for me. It is really a misunderstanding or a misrepresentation. So again, I like that this person said that they cannot imagine that God would love me and send me to hell for being something that I have chose to be. Now, you have to understand the free will element of it all. If God could keep you from being gay, why would God just not do that? Why would God even let the desire exist? This doesn't even have to be something that humans actually know, feel, or act upon. But free will allows that. How in the world does free will exist and sin exist? There is no such thing as sin if everything is free will. It can't be a sin, because if I'm condemning it and making it bad, why would I not just control you to not do it? So there is so many breakdowns in the element of what other people accept as right and wrong versus what you turn around and do that you desire to do. We all just have to have better understandings and respect other people's choices and lifestyles. Now, I'm not talking about pedophilia. I'm not talking about molestation. I'm not talking about the R word. I'm not talking about assaults. No, I'm not going to accept you doing those things. But this ain't that. This is not that perversion of acceptance and desire. Those desires, in my opinion, are not natural for you to want to do that. With children or with people against their will or anything like that, I don't support that. However, you cannot put being gay or homosexual in the same bubble when that is just a desire and an attraction. If that's what you have and you have free will to choose that, who am I to tell you that God said hell is what your portion shall be? And from the standpoint of unconditional love, I am pretty sure there are other things that family members, siblings, or parents have done that you don't know about, but if you did, you would probably still love them in spite of. There are people with gambling problems. There are people with abuse issues. There are people with depression. There are people with self-esteem issues. There are people who are liars, who are thieves, who are manipulators, who are con artists, and they're still being loved. There are people right now who I know in my family who are doing some things that are very, mind-blowing, not illegal, but definitely immoral. And we're still talking to them, me included. I'm still talking to you because it's not my place to condemn you and exile you. If it's not bothering me in my life, I'm not gonna come for you. Do you understand the energy that one has to put out in order to be so fed up with people that they mistreat them? Get out of here. I'm not going to stop loving you. I'm not going to do that. And who's to say that very love may not penetrate the core of the person you're trying to convince to change? What better light is it for a person to see the light of Christ through you, through unconditional love, through you accepting them no matter what the world or the other people in religion may feel about them? I know I love you. I know you're a good person. I know who you choose to love ain't got nothing to do with me, and I'm not gonna stop loving you. What if God said, oh, you like to sin? You like to laugh? You be stealing gum. You stealing Staples. Oh, you use that printer to print a book when you should have been working. You stole time from these people's clock. Looks like I don't love you anymore. That's not what's happening. Y'all out here teaching 70 times 7, y'all been forgiven. But then y'all have one family member that don't do what you want them to do. They're not bothering you, but they're doing what they want to do. And now all of a sudden you don't love them anymore. So doesn't that sound like you're about to be cut off from God too? Because you're not really being a good representation. Nobody would choose what you're living by if it keeps them from being with the people that they want to be with. I wouldn't choose Christianity if I was doing something that Christians felt that wasn't the norm or right. The way that they usually treat people and isolate people and disassociate when they don't do what you want them to do, it wouldn't make me choose no parts of Christianity. I've seen the way that Christians treat everyday people. And this ain't just for homosexuals or gay, lesbian, or anything like that. Now, this fly is being so rude, Jesus. Snatch his wings. Snatch his wings, Lord. before I do. Okay, sorry. There's just so much that is a breakdown of logic that takes away the humanity of people who have their autonomy to choose what they want to do. And with your parents, I know it hurts. I know you want their love, but you have taken the first step, which is choosing freedom over bondage, and choosing their bondage, which would then have you living a lie to please them and probably hurting other people in the process. You probably ending up in relationships with people you don't really like, you don't really love, you're not really attracted to, you're not connected with, just to satisfy someone else. That's not okay to live that empty life or that imbalanced, improper life. You deserve more. So the first step you've already taken, which is living in your truth and knowing that you're loved unconditionally by your Creator. And the God that they know, that's not your God. And that's just that on that. That's all I can say. Love your parents, respect your parents, honor them in whatever way you've been taught to or you want to honor them. But do not lose sight of who you are and your beliefs and your feelings. Do not negate your beliefs and your feelings because you want to honor them. At that point, you would be dishonoring yourself for their approval. And they're not doing that for anybody else. They're not dishonoring themselves for you. Like, think about it like that. Like, dang, they're not even willing to put something to the side for the love of their child. That be what let me cut people off, honey. Like, Emerald got say with the new knife set, bitch. Like, what? You want me to cut off what? And you won't even put that aside for me, but I'm supposed to put myself aside for you? Negative. Not doing it, okay? No ma'am, no sir, no Pam, no ham, no turkey. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, like it, subscribe to the channel. I would love to add you to my 2 cents crew. If you have a story or a question that you would like to share, drop down in the description box below and let me know, and we will get it. Let's go. Go, 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 go. All right. I'm going to let y'all go. Take care, and I'll see y'all guys in the next video. Bye.